Today I'm going to create a listicle for a creatine brand that's in a crowded market, but I'm not going to be able to take any of the specialized prompts I have from courses and things like that. Therefore, I'm going to have to get the target audience down to a T. What we're going to do is we're going to start to watch their video. I'm going to show you guys a quick view of their PDP page that's actually very sad, especially for being in a crowded market like this. If any of you guys are in a crowded market, let me know in the comments if you think this stuff will work.
What I found will make you angry. Brand A claims 5 grams of creatine but only contains 1.2 grams. Brand B, completely fake. Your so-called premium creatine, 40% chalk and fillers. I discovered 9 out of 12 supplements were either fake or severely underdosed. No wonder you're nuts.
The angle that they are going for with the VSL is that most creatine supplements are fake. And that's actually pretty cool because you're able to separate yourself from the crowded market. But the only issue is when we click on the shop now, we're brought to this PDP page that's just, it doesn't continue the angle at all. And if we know Stephen Georgi, what he said is, what Stephen Georgi said is that what's going to matter most in this AI copywriting space, or whatever you want to call it, is keeping congruency from first touch all the way to purchase. And you guys lost out, man. I'm freaking tired of seeing this stuff, man. My gosh. Like, stop. Immediately. Let's start with the research, bro. What we're going to do is we're going to get the big idea of the VSL, of false claims and everything like that, and we're going to condense it, trying to see if we can put it into a listicle advertorial. I basically told ChatGPT that the big idea of the VSL that's driving all the clicks dies once the customer hits the CTA in the call to action. And that's why I'm telling it to continue the brand's angle of creatine, most creatine supplements being false and having bad ingredients. I made one mistake, and that mistake was not identifying the target audience's pain points, and that's why it's giving me trashy headlines. Whenever you are generating a headline, make sure you have all the target audience's pain points. I'm going to need all of the pain points, and I got a pretty surface level pain point, but still going to be better off because we're still going to continue the angle of false claiming. Okay, this is perfect. After further review of their PDP page, we found a unique mechanism that we can have, and the fact that they use CreaPure, which is, by all account in the creatine space, the purest form of creatine, is literally perfect. But they not only use CreaPure, they use L-theanine, L-tyrosine, other ingredients which we can drum up to get their desired result, but through this unique mechanism, which is their ingredients. When you want to separate yourself from a crowded market, in the book called Dominant Differentiation by Todd Brown, it's not about the result of the product. It's about how you get the desired result of the target audience. The problem with most brands today is, like, look, they don't even capitalize on this special ingredients list. So what do they want? So what does your customer wind up doing? Okay, let me find the 50,000 other brands that are advertising about creatine. The brand that has the better marketing agency is gonna eat and take your lunch and debo the spot because you just weren't on top of your unique mechanism. You weren't on top of your messaging. Okay, so I just checked their PDP page and I realized that you can't even click on the ingredients, and instead of me wasting time trying to copy the ingredients, all the ingredients down, I'm just going to put like a short list of ingredients, and that's probably going to be the top 5 ones. I'm creating the unique mechanism, but I'm a little worried because, again, all 3 of these ingredients could be part of other brands, but by dominant differentiation, that's the point of a unique mechanism, is we're the first to call it out. And we can do that by simply creating a name around it, like the muscle defibrillator. I needed to create a unique mechanism to stand out from the crowded market, especially in creatine. There's too many brands out there, and a unique mechanism is the most important thing. But the only issue is that most unique mechanisms are commoditized, meaning that everybody knows it and it makes it no longer unique. So you need an uncommoditized unique mechanism. And the way to do that is by exactly what I'm doing here. You are able to present this unique mechanism as the complete supplement, and that just plain old Creapure will not do the trick. Now it's time for the creation of the advertorial. We did our research, we checked out the angle, we got our unique mechanism, and we didn't get our commoditized. We made it uncommoditized. We actually made it unique. And by doing this, we're going to stand out and we're going to dig up the treasure trove of gold. Gold is spilling out of the chest because we're able to truly reach our profit margins by delivering to our customer the product that they desire, the product that solves their desires. Now we're going to create an image that invokes curiosity and shock. And the way we're going to do that is by calling out the biggest, most solidified creatine supplement in our image. And we're going to put Creapure, and then we're just going to put a big old X around it. This will invoke us to sell the next line. And that's what you always want to do in breakthrough. I think it was in breakthrough advertising, where it's your headline needs to sell the next line. And the picture is no different. As we're creating the listicle image, we're going to strengthen this headline to sell the next line. Pain points of the customer should be top of mind. The only issue with that is that most of these brands don't know their target audience's pain points. So when they're speaking, they're not speaking to the customer because that's not the pain point of the customer. So to solve that, what we're doing is we do research, and we do deep research. This is the current page we have right now. It's going to require some revision, but I just wanted to show you guys that, like, this is typically my SOP. I'll just start by getting something on the page, but most of the time I'm researching. We have more to do, but we're going to stop here, and I wanted to show you guys that having a PDP page like this isn't enough. Thankfully, it's beautifully designed, but unfortunately, designs don't sell customers. So they try to overcompensate with these so-called top world-class athletes, but you don't need world-class athletes. You need world-class campaign managers and idea men who can really help you with this. But even with that, they got to be able to know your target audience like the back of their hand, and most of them are juggling 6 to 7 clients at a time. So good luck. If you wanna do it yourself, make sure you know your target audience and what their biggest pain points are, and create a unique mechanism to eventually sell the product to the right person, and they can be fulfilled by buying your product.